pig. You can't do that. Well, excuse me, but didn't it say the same thing in the Bible? Didn't it say the same thing? Let's find out. I'm going to take a break here, let you digest what I've been talking about. Come back. I want to talk about this subject, the way to Allah, using the Bible, the Quran. Don't go away. Got some exciting stuff coming up.
Islam is keeping up the pace. Islam is for every race. Brothers and sisters, to increase your iman.
خيركم من تعلم القرآن وعلمه ورتل القرآن ترتيلا. Learning how to recite the Quran properly, learning the meaning of what we recite, concluding the ahkam from the verses which we recite, trying to implement what we learn in our daily life. We'll listen to the participants and the guests. We'll take your phone calls. We're going to recite live. We'll listen to your recitation and we'll correct it according to the rules and regulations which we'll state in each episode. Now your dream will come true.
Islam is keeping up the pace. Islam is for every race.
Well, we're back. You're back. Here we are with more of the beauties of Islam. We have a website. They asked me to tell you about this again. Beautiesofislam.com. Beautiesofislam.com. When you go to the website, we've got some samples of the programs, just like you're watching right now. We also have some articles there for you to follow up with and other links to help you better understand the subjects I'm talking about. I want to be sure that you understand that we are not here trying to debate somebody or to cause a conflict. But rather what we're trying to do is clarify what it is the Muslims see as the beauty of Islam and how we can focus on these similarities and comparisons that are in concordance with each other. Because if we can do this, then we can find ways to help our youth grow up together and better build the new world for the future. I really have a lot of confidence in that, and that's why we did these programs. Now I want to come back to what I was talking about. I was saying about the Bible that it has a teaching in there that's just like the Quran. It's in the Old Testament, you find it, saying that you cannot eat the meat of the swine. And it's detailed, talking about the pig, the pork, and the animal himself, his skin, and all the rest of it. It's forbidden, and in Arabic language that word is haram. And this is exactly what we find in Quran talking about the pork. The laham khanzir, haram. The meat of the pork, the pig, the hog, forbidden to you. Now, if you understood what I just said, and you believe in the Bible, but you eat pork anyway, what does that mean? That means you're being disobedient. And you said, no, that's the Old Testament, I follow the New Testament. I don't think you're following it real close, because if you read in Matthew chapter 5, verse 17, 18, 19, it's clear there that whoever breaks the least commandment and teaches that is going to be the least in the kingdom. Why? Because it also says in those same verses that not a single dot of the law, the Torah, is going to be in any wise lessened. And whoever even breaks one of those laws and teaches it, he's going to hell. So how could you say, well, I believe only in the New Testament, when the New Testament is telling you to believe in the Old Testament? And if you said, yeah, but I found something in the New Testament that said, that Paul said that the law is dead to me, I'm dead to the law. If it weren't for the law, I wouldn't be a sinner. Therefore, I cancel the law. You're saying that. And you say, well, no, it doesn't mean that, it doesn't mean this. Okay, whatever you're going to come up with, either way you go, either you're canceling the law or you're not. If you're canceling it, Based on what? When you have a statement that says you have to keep it. Now, there's also something illogical, too. If you're saying that the Old Testament came from God, but then he came with a New Testament and changed his mind and came with something new, as Muslims, we would quickly reject that kind of thinking. In fact, we have it clear in our book, in the Quran, that the originals were all from Allah. People played with them. Allah sent more. People played with those. Allah sent more. And this continued all the way through all the prophets. When people lost manuscripts, such as during the Babylonian exile, we talked about that. When some of the manuscripts were corrupted, when they were partially destroyed, when people tried to remember them or put them back together. And this was during the time of the Babylonian exile with Ezra. And we found in some of our other programs, too, what actually happened to the Bible. We developed some websites for this, and when you go to our main website for this program, you're going to find links to go and compare for yourself and think. We're not asking you to take my word for anything. And in fact, that would be a new religion if you did that. We don't need that. We're just asking you to think about what's really being said and what the proof is for it. Then you go to the website and compare for yourself. See what you think. The Bible doesn't exist as it once did. That is clear. The Quran still exists today as it always did. But the teachings that are coming from this, when we say God's words to human beings, they're still essentially the same thing. Obey God. Follow His commandments. Because this is the only way. And He says about that in the Quran. Inna dina indallahi Islam. For sure, the way with Allah is submission to Him in peace. Check it out on our website, beautiesofislam.com. Till next time, peace. Assalamu alaikum.
Islam is peace.